This is the big day for the Congress. Of course, the Karnataka elections, what a resounding victory it has been. My focus in the next half an hour is going to be over the heat map of Karnataka and how have the fates of the Congress and the BJP and the JDS have turned in 2018 versus 2023. We take a look at how the entire canvassing of the state of Karnataka was in 2018, where there was a massive saffron presence, versus in 2023 this year, well, it has been evenly taken over by the Congress. Let's quickly take a look at that. Aarti, show me those maps and then we bring a comparison to 2018 and why have these numbers for the BJP fallen as they have fallen.
Right, Megha. Now, the map of Karnataka has completely turned blue from orange. This is the 2023 seat share we have with us. The Congress has gotten 136 seats, BJP 64, JDS 20 and others 4. This is, of course, as far as the data that we've got so far. We'll, of course, take our viewers through the regions as well and how exactly each of these parties have performed region-wise as well. Now, when it comes to 2018, we had seen that when it comes to Karnataka and Kittur, Karnataka, the BJP had done quite well. Now we're talking about the seat share comparison of 2018 to 2023. In 2018, of course, the Congress got just 78 seats, but now they've gotten 136, up by 58. Now when it comes to the BJP, in 2018, they had 104 seats and now they've gotten 64, down by 40. When it comes to the JDS as well, one of their worst performances yet, we could say. Now in 2018, they had gotten 37 seats. Now they've gotten just 20, down by 17. Now others seems to be stabilizing. This is, of course, this seat share comparison of 2 years. Now we're talking about the assembly polls in 2018 versus 2023. We're seeing how the BJP has gotten, of course, 104 and 63 this time around, 78 in 2018 and 136 this time around. JDS, of course, has just gotten 21. Now, of course, these are the numbers that have been updated so far as of 6 p.m. Now, if we take our viewers through the regional performance of each party, when it comes to central Karnataka, the Congress has gotten 26 seats. And the BJP has gotten just 6, the JDS has gotten 2. Now you see how the central Karnataka part, which in fact was a stronghold of the JDS earlier on, has now become a whopping win. Congress. We're seeing how the entire part has been taken over, just a couple of parts still with the BJP. The Congress has got 26 seats in this particular region and the BJP has gotten just 6, the JDS has gotten 2. Now, in fact, this particular area was a stronghold of the JDS earlier, remember. Now we come to coastal Karnataka, also has been taken over by the Congress, but BJP still managed to hold their stronghold in coastal Karnataka. BJP has gotten 13 seats in that area and the Congress has gotten 8. Now, earlier, if we had seen in 2018, this entire stretch was dominated by BJP when it came to the seats, but this time we're seeing that the BJP has retained 13 seats, the Congress has taken over at 8 seats, the JDS has managed to get none of the seats in coastal Karnataka. We're seeing that the JDS's performance in coastal Karnataka, of course, has declined quite a bit. The Congress has managed to claw their way in. Now, if we talk about Greater Bangalore, the Congress has gotten 16, BJP also 16. So we can say sort of an equal performance that's been seen in Greater Bangalore here in this particular area in Greater Bangalore. We're seeing both parties have managed to perform equally. Now we're talking about Hyderabad, Karnataka or Kalyana, Karnataka. Now we're seeing Congress has gotten 20 seats here, the BJP has gotten just 8 seats, the JDS has gotten 2 and others have won 1 seat. Now here as well, this also when you put the map together entirely, you see how the Congress has completely taken over and changed the map into blue from when BJP had a very strong hold last time around. Now Congress has this time gotten 20 seats, a couple of seats, however 8 seats to be precise, have been managed by the BJP at this point, but the JDS has managed only 2 seats. And of course, let's take a look at another region, the Mumbai, Karnataka, also known as Kittur, Karnataka. The Congress has gotten 32 seats, the BJP has gotten 17, and the JDS has gotten 1. Now, this is the place, Kittur, Karnataka, where the Congress has performed extremely well. Last time around 2018, this was also a stronghold of the BJP, but the Congress did have some sort of inroads into Kittur, Karnataka this time around. They've had a sweeping win of this region. We've seen how now the Congress has gotten 32 seats in Kittur, Karnataka, and the BJP has gotten 17. They managed to retain 17 seats, in fact, in this area. But the Congress clearly have done something right to ensure that they put Mumbai, Karnataka in their kitty as well. The JDS, however, has underperformed again in this particular region. Now, southern Karnataka, Congress has performed extremely well again, 34 seats. BJP has gotten 5 seats, the JDS has gotten 14, and others have gotten 2. Now again, this southern Karnataka, however, was a stronghold of the Congress last time around as well, and this time they've upped their performance into 34 seats, and the BJP has gotten 5 seats this time around. The JDS, however, have managed to sort of get a couple of seats, 14 seats, although this was a big chunk of the JDS's stronghold that I had mentioned in 2018.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Aarti, for giving us that analysis and the statistics and the heat maps. I'm going to start off my conversation with Pankaj Vora. So, this has been a massive drubbing for the BJP. 2018 versus 2023. We take a look at those maps. We put out the heat maps over there for 2018 and 2023 region-wise, barring coastal Karnataka. Every single region of Karnataka has been taken control of by the Congress. Your views?
Well, it is very obvious that the Congress has done exceedingly well so far as Karnataka is concerned, and it is on expected lines because BJP was, crumbling. One could see that BJP's, chances were diminishing because since the last 1 year in particular, there had been great resentment against the current local state leadership of the Bharatiya Janata Party, which the centre was unwilling to, concede. And they continued and made the same mistake they did, what they did in Himachal, where they refused to change Jairam Thakur, against whose resignation was demanded by many party workers. And they have paid the price for it. And so far as the Congress is concerned, the Congress campaign this time was very well managed, largely because Mallikarjun Kharge, who's the now All India Congress president, belongs to that place and knows the state better than anybody else, was able to, tackle dissidents, barring K.H. Muniappa. He was able to, ensure that dissidents did not come in the way. And both Siddaramaiah, who is acknowledged as the tallest leader in Karnataka, cutting across parties, and D.K. Shivkumar, who's led the party with a lot of distinction this time, worked together and cohesively. The Congress concentrated on local issues which appealed to the sentiment, while the BJP kept on, raking up the national issues, which, went over and above the heads of people who wanted redressal to growing unemployment, rising prices, inflation, etc. The thing is that the biggest takeaway from this particular election is that BJP had wanted India to become Congress Mukt. Now South India is BJP Mukt, number one. Number two is that, local issues are important and are paramount. No party can, go and win elections, because this election has shown that the women and poor, without whom no party can win any election anywhere, have sided with the Congress, and this should be a very, very worrying thing for the BJP.
Okay, all right. Professor G.V.R. Shastri, situation over here, the tide has turned in favor of the Congress. Now, how significant is this win, keeping in mind the 2024 Lok Sabha elections? Every single time there is a change in leadership, in chief ministership in Karnataka, it does not really is resounding in terms of what is happening in the next Lok Sabha elections, whether it is 2004, 2009, 2014, 2019 or now 2023.
No, it's a very, very important election for both Congress and BJP, both parties. There is no doubt about it. The way the management planned and executed by the Congress party is completely different. But there is a trap. The trap was very well articulated and planned by Mallikarjun Kharge on the manifesto itself. He announced a manifesto clearly saying that about the PFI and Bajrang Dal, and they know that this sentence, these words will definitely attract the BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, and they will come on front foot and they play the front foot. And once they play front foot, they know that that is the where the consolidation of minorities is going to emerge, and that's what the minorities votes has emerged. You see it particularly, it is visible in South Karnataka and Bombay Karnataka area, and there the BJP lost almost 40 seats above, and the JDS lost 17 seats. That is the where the 58 seats they got. And because why? The percentage, the consolidation, it has happened in such extent, it is almost 92% of minority votes been, parked or extended towards the Congress. So that is the where Congress was successful of making this. But I blame the BJP state leadership because even though Prime Minister Modi, Amit Shah, they did well. They haven't reached that level because they didn't realize that this is what it is going to emerge.
Okay.
But their guess and their idea is something different. And the ground, the reality is this: the consolidation of minorities happened, and that is the reason the Congress has played a very important role. More than that, their contribution elements of teamwork, coordination and cooperation and communication of all sets have worked together, and that is the reason Congress has won this much of seats.
I'm going to get in BJP spokesperson Shivam Chabra and get your comment from this discussion that we are having over the region-wise wins of the Congress versus the losses of the BJP and how things have panned out from 2018 up until 2023. Shivam, would you hold the party leadership responsible for sidelining the local leaders? I'm talking about B.S. Yediyurappa, Lingayat stronghold that he has had over the years. He has been controlling how Karnataka functions for the BJP in the state, and suddenly him being ousted, and then looking at how the Lingayat voters have ended up voting for the Congress. Can you hear me, Shivam? Shivam, if you can hear us? Okay, we'll try to get Shivam patched in just a short while. There seems to be an audio issue with him. But Dolly Sharma, big celebrations at the Congress headquarters, at the Congress bases across the country, and particularly in Karnataka and Delhi. How do you intend to keep this momentum going in Madhya Pradesh, in Chhattisgarh? Rajasthan also are going to witness elections sometime soon.
So first of all, I would like to thank the people of Karnataka for believing in Congress Party, for keeping their issues, in mind and voted for the Congress Party. And secondly, the Bharat Jodo Yatra, the impact of Bharat Jodo Yatra, 22 days of Bharat Jodo Yatra. Rahul Gandhi met lakhs and lakhs of people. Every day, lakhs and lakhs of people were walking with Rahul Gandhi. He was meeting the poor, the farmers, everybody who was suffering, and they were not able to believe in the 40% Sarkar, the 40% Commission Sarkar. So ultimately, it is the win of the common people of Karnataka.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah,
also, do you think, Dolly, was it the hyper-local issues that were raised by the local leaders, D.K. Shivakumar, Siddaramaiah, G. Parameswara, that resounded with the people who voted for your party, rather than the national issues that were being raised, or polarization issues that had been raised, whether it was about PFI and Bajrang Dal, whether it was about Muslim quota, whether it was about Tipu Sultan or Veer Savarkar?
Yes. We were like, we were sticking towards the local issues. We were fighting for the local issues. We were raising people's issues, and ultimately the 5 guarantees that the Congress Party promised. We were our campaign was, revolving around the berozgari, the महंगाई, the 40% commission, महिलाओं का सम्मान. Our entire campaign was revolving around the local issues of Karnataka. So ultimately, it is the win over the hatred, the win of love over the hatred in Karnataka. People of Karnataka were continuously, they were sticking towards the local
that was
issues.
also the message that was given by your leader Rahul Gandhi when he came out for a presser, said that the strength has won over power, love has won over the power of the BJP. All right, we'll try to get Shivam back on the telecast with us. I'll come back to you, Pankaj Vora, in terms of how we are now going to be looking at the future 2024 Lok Sabha election. So every single time there has been a win of the Congress in the state elections in Karnataka, that has not translated into larger percentage of seats or votes when it comes to Lok Sabha elections. And if we could put out those figures for our viewers, 2004 assembly elections, it was the Congress at 65, BJP at 79. In Lok Sabha, BJP was 18 seats out of the 27, I think, 28 of them. 2008 again we saw Congress at 80, BJP at 110, BJP then 2009 at a comfortable level of 19, Congress 6 and 3, JDS. 2013 again we had Congress at 122, BJP at a poor state of 40, but BJP ended up winning the maximum seats in Lok Sabha, which is at 17, Congress at 9, JDS at 2. Again if we compare 2019 to the 2018 results, 80 for Congress, but at the Lok Sabha level, it is 25 for the BJP. So the big fight for the Congress is going to be that this time they'll have to prove their mettle in being able to win the number of seats which will have to be higher than the BJP in 2023 elections. How are they going to do it?
Well, I mean, if we are talking about Karnataka, Congress is surely going to improve its tally even in the Lok Sabha seats. And if you simply go by the Karnataka example, the Karnataka-Hyderabad belt has proved to be very, very bad for the BJP, and so has Karnataka-Bombay belt. So that means that there will be some influence of this voting in areas which are on the other side in other states as well. So this is something which is something BJP should worry about. Secondly, for the Congress to start celebrating and thinking that Karnataka election is going to lead to a great massive victory in the Lok Sabha elections would be very foolish and very immature, or very premature rather, because Congress has no organization. Congress, if it has won Karnataka, it is because of good management, good micromanagement, good macro management, and a good election strategy devised by...
Perhaps even the bad competition that was, or the bad decisions of the BJP as well.
That is true, that is fully true. But once you go towards north, barring, Madhya Pradesh, where Kamal Nath is trying to strengthen the organization, and, in states where it is in power, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, and then Himachal, other places, UP, Bihar, the Congress organization just simply does not exist.
Right.
It is something Congress should concentrate on. Without a robust organization, they cannot achieve anything. The Congress strength, even when it was most powerful nationally, was that it had a very committed vote bank of Brahmins, Dalits and Muslims, which has deserted it and is no longer with it. Without this vote bank coming back, for the Congress to win north is a very, very distant dream. So it is how Congress learns from Karnataka, energizes its cadres and improves its organization elsewhere is what is important. Otherwise, BJP is sitting pretty, though it will come with diminished numbers and may not be able to replicate its performance of 2019, though it is very early to predict the 2024 outcome.
Professor G.V.R. Shastri, I pose the same question to you. Winning the Karnataka state elections, does it translate to winning the Lok Sabha elections from the state of Karnataka? Now, I also put emphasis on how Himachal Pradesh has very few Lok Sabha seats, but Karnataka is a bigger state, 28 seats. Similarly, something similar is going to perhaps play out in the competition between Congress and the BJP in Rajasthan, in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Now, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan are big states over there. They have a larger stakehold when it comes to the Lok Sabha seats as well.
See, yes, absolutely, there is no doubt about it, because the way they effectively and efficiently they handle this, there is no doubt. And more than that, the Telangana adjacent to Karnataka, the Telangana elections are ahead, and Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan is a government existing is over there, and Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh is also there, and Madhya Pradesh, of course, they are not, they lost. But what I'm saying is, yes, certainly they have now the management, it's in line. The High Command knows what to do, and there is a Congress president for them, and who can guide them properly, and he's very senior most person. He know how to handle the things. He know how to keep all the fractions together and unitedly. That's what their planning is. At the moment, something is really working for Congress party. But having said that, but that doesn't mean that BJP is going to keep quiet, or they lost. It's not like that. Of course, this is what the Karnataka elections it is at the moment. But BJP will definitely understand this plan, and they will come up with new kind of effective and efficient plan to counter this.
Okay, all right. Shivam, back on the telecast with me, BJP spokesperson. Shivam, a complete rout of the BJP from southern states in our country. You were hoping that you are going to create a benchmark in Karnataka by getting an absolute majority. That has not happened. Does that reflect poorly on your state of affairs and managerial skills and organizational skills in reaching to the grassroots levels, whether it is Karnataka, and then you're obviously an uphill task in Tamil Nadu, in Andhra Pradesh, in Telangana, in Kerala as well?
See, I do agree that we have not probably lived up to the expectations of the people of Karnataka, and probably got some less seats in the state. But does not mean that the BJP is out of context, or maybe the way you are trying to put it forward. I only say that I think that almost 36% vote share what we got the last time. We are almost 0.4%, 0.5% less than what we got the last time. So I think we still are relevant to the people of Karnataka. It is unfair to say that we are not relevant at all.
Okay.
The other thing, as far as the reasons and the regarding what our defeat is concerned, I think I would say that it is again a matter of introspection, and I think we are a party. We are the largest party, political party in this country. So I think
so then
this
you're the largest political party in the country, fair enough. You have the maximum number of states under your command. But what went wrong? Was it that a national image of the BJP that was being created during the campaigning time could not resonate with the people of Karnataka, who were looking at hyper-local issues to be addressed? So perhaps when a JP Nadda or Amit Shah or Prime Minister Narendra Modi come down to campaign, that's all good. But what they want is that local leaders whose faces, whose work is then going to help build some sort of a connection with the people who will then vote for the BJP, which didn't happen. I'm particularly pointing about how B.S. Yadurappa, a Lingayat strongman, was let go of his position, and the Lingayat votes have now translated into going to Congress's kitty.
No, this is what I'm trying to say. See, as far as the reasons behind the same is concerned, it is a matter of introspection and would be done ideally at right platform. I think certainly there would be some anti-incumbent reasons that, maybe we could not live up to the expectations of what the people of Karnataka would have done so. So certainly it's a matter of, we need to give some time. We need to have a brainstorming session that what all went wrong, what we need to put right, and certainly we'll do so.
But do you agree that the focus perhaps for the BJP should have been on the local matters, not on national issues, not on these polarizing politics that were being played out during the campaigning period?
This is what I'm trying to say.
Had B.S. Yadurappa been campaigning instead of your national leaders, perhaps that would have resonated more with the people. Maybe the Lingayat would have come to you?
See, every leader has its own relevance. And I think with the BJP, I would say B.S. Yadurappa ji, the tallest leader of the party in Karnataka, with B.S. Bommai Saab, the Chief Minister of Karnataka, and other leadership of Karnataka, and be it Narendra Modi ji, or maybe Amit Bhai, or maybe Nadda ji. I think every leader has got his own importance and relevance, And I think we all fight this election just the way we do it at every panchayat level, we do it at every nigam level. This is the way we fight election at all states. So I think as far as the issues you are talking about is concerned, the Bharatiya Janata Party completely and purely fought the election on the issues raised out in Karnataka. What we've done in Karnataka, it is nothing like that. I mean, as far as the polarization issues you are basically referring to, so I may remind you that the issue of whatever polarization tactic, this was being raised.
Shivam, I'll have to interrupt you over here. I'll have to interrupt you over there. I have T.S. Singh Deo. He is the Health Minister of Chhattisgarh who joins me on the telecast right now. First off, sir, congratulations for the Congress for winning the election in Karnataka. How is the party celebrating?
Good evening, ma'am, and thank you for the greetings and compliments. It is definitely a happy day for the Congress, for the organization, for its party persons and the candidates. We got a comfortable majority, 61% of the seats. At a point in time, with the shadow of Hanumanji looming, it was uncertain as to what the figures would be. Personally, I was seeing something between 100 and 130. So we've been able to cross even that 130 mark.
Yes.
That's very, very satisfying, and must thank the very mature voters of Karnataka for giving us this opportunity.
Okay, also there were a lot of your leaders from the Congress who were hoping and aspiring that the figure would reach 140. Well, you're sure of, you're shy by four seats, but a comfortable victory nonetheless. What led to the Congress's victory in Karnataka this time around?
I think it was a sustained campaign against misgovernance. For a number of months, one has been following the issues in Karnataka, and they seem to be coming up again and again and again. Something or the other, the government in power was not being able to control. Be it the potholes, be it the flooding, be it the corruption issues which are coming up. Religious organizations, the first time I heard about religious organizations saying, no, we got a concession of 10%. So something was very amiss. That is not what I was personally expecting from the BJP government in Karnataka. Normally, one does not see them functioning in this sort of a pattern. But it was consistent. It was coming again and again and again and again. And I think the Bharat Jodo Yatra gave it impetus. The local leaders, Mr. Siddaramaiah, our PCC president, Shiv Kumarji, he's a very good manager, very diligent. A lot of actions were also taken against him, but he stuck it out. Then Mr. Kharge being appointed as the AICC president, elected as the AICC president. I think his personal stake, his maturity also contributed to the result in Karnataka. So all told, the negatives of the government and the positives of what can be, what is possible.
Okay, Mr. Deo, also the big question everybody in Karnataka and in the whole nation is asking is who is going to be the next chief minister. There was a direct neck and neck fight between DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah right from the start of campaigning. There are a few others who have put in their names in the hat, including G. Parameswara, and there's also rumors that there could be Mallikarjun Kharge, is a tall leader from Karnataka, a very well-known face across the country who is from Karnataka. So, who is going to be the chief minister? When does the decision be taken?
I am completely not in that process. One can only surmise. And like you are saying, the two front runners were certainly Mr. Siddaramaiah and Mr. Shiv Kumar. Those were the two names, and I was happy personally to hear Mr. Siddaramaiah very maturely saying, yes, that we are there. We are looking at being possible chief ministers. So that seemed to be a very healthy sort of a situation. That's the way things should be. You can have more than one person aspiring for a particular responsibility. No harm in that. It is working together once a decision is taken, which is important, because we have to deliver. The BJP lost out on not being able to deliver. And winning an election is one thing. Running a government and being the front runner to win the next time again 5 years down the line, that's a tough call.
Okay.
So you have to be geared up for that from day one.
Okay. Chhattisgarh elections are also going to take place in the months to come. Does this set a precedent for the Congress in a bid to fight out the BJP? Also, does this allow for the Congress and its cadres, its members to have a morale boost for the massive win that you have witnessed in Karnataka?
It will make a difference, certainly, but Chhattisgarh is a little different in the sense that in the last election, the BJP got left behind considerably. One never thought that they would be limited to 14, 15 seats in an assembly of 90. That was completely unexpected. And somehow that seems to have broken the... Talking just as a Congress person, as independently or as objectively as one can say this, they have not yet been able to pick up. So they need to pick up. Congress has a certain advantage, certain advantage. I do not see the Congress losing this election in Chhattisgarh, and Karnataka will certainly add to that sentiment.
Okay. Also, we witnessed that BJP was trying to make a stronghold in southern India by way of getting an absolute, by wanting to get an absolute majority in Karnataka. They have not been able to do so. Is this a complete BJP route in southern India despite their efforts to build organizational setups to allow for managerial grassroots developments to take place for the BJP?
One should not be misled just by the numbers, whether it is the Congress or the BJP. You see the seat share, it is 61-29. You see the vote share, it is 42-36. So that is what I got, about 6 to 8% vote share difference. So it is not as if the BJP has been wiped out, and it is not as if the Congress has got all the votes. So one must be circumspect, one must always maintain one's balance and keep an open mind about these things. It's just a matter of 4% votes shifting from one side to the other. It's not as if somebody has got such a massive mandate or somebody has been left so far behind that neither is in the picture. Both are in the picture. Both will always be in the picture in years to come, whether it is at the national level or at the state level. You have to be at it and get the confidence of the voter.
Okay.
That is the crucial thing, whether it is the state election or the central election.
Okay, quickly last question to you, sir. Lok Sabha elections 2024, there are 28 seats and Karnataka is a big state. As per the past statistics and figures, despite how a particular party performs in the state of Karnataka since 1999, BJP continues to win the Lok Sabha seats in Karnataka, the maximum of them. How are you and your party going to try to change the tide for the Congress in the Karnataka Lok Sabha elections?
In Karnataka, the religious sentiment, it has got played out. In other local state elections, I have not seen religious sentiments or Sri Ram or other factors playing out at the state level. Probably for the first time after a long period of time, I have seen the religious sentiment being pushed into the local state election. And the voter didn't react positively to that in the sense that BJP didn't get the clear mandate. So I am seeing this as a precursor. You know, you've played out a card which people have not accepted. So it is just not religious sentiment which is going to work. It is not just any other sentiment which is going to work. People want solid work on the ground. So that is what is going to count. So I think Karnataka Congress will have a fairly good chance in having a large number of member of parliament from there.
Okay, all right. Thank you, T.S. Singh Deo. Congratulations once again for the Congress winning a massive, with a massive margin in the state of Karnataka. All right, I'm going to come back to this conversation. Pankaj Vora, we heard it from the Health Minister of Chhattisgarh as well. They are hopeful and confident that Lok Sabha is also going to turn in their favor. But it's a difficult task. It's going to be an uphill task. It's going to be a strong fight that is going to be given by the BJP that continues to have a larger stronghold from the 2014 elections to 2019 and 2023 now.
I agree with you. BJP has to rethink its strategy so far as Karnataka and some other states are concerned. And I'm sure, you know, they have Mr. Modi, who's a very tall leader, who will ensure that, wherever the reworking is needed is done. In Karnataka, as you had also stated, local leadership had been ignored. The BJP spokesperson here, Shivam Chhabra, is a very dynamic young man whose grandfather was, Mr. Madanlal Khurana, was the most popular BJP leader in Delhi. And once the party had, ignored him in 2000, after 1998 and 2003, the BJP was never able to recover and has still never been able to wrest the Delhi government back from either the Congress or the Aam Aadmi Party. Therefore, a strong local leader, there's no dearth of them in every state so far as the BJP is concerned. They should never be sidelined. They paid the price for sidelining Yedurappa. They paid the price for sidelining Jagdish Shettar, who switched to the Congress. Lakshman Sawadi, who also switched to the Congress. So this is something which the BJP should, avoid. They should ensure that their existing regional leadership, stays. And yes, Congress will certainly do much better than what it did in the 2019 elections, and in the state of Karnataka and in some other states will perform much better. But it has a long way to go, and one cannot predict the 2024 outcome at this stage. Congress, first of all, as I have stated earlier, must strengthen its organization. With a poor organization and by waving hands or addressing press conferences, elections cannot be won nationally.
Okay, fair enough. Dolly Sharma, Congress spokesperson, quickly getting in a word from you. How are you going to keep the momentum? Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan are the upcoming elections that the country is going to witness.
As I said earlier, we will stick to the local issues, because ultimately the people of any state, whichever you say, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, people want their issues to be addressed first. Their needs, as I told you earlier, employment, women's safety, these are the महंगाई, as I said. ये सारे इश्यूज ये देश की जनता के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है. उनके इश्यूज पर एड्रेस करके जब तक चुनाव लड़े जाएंगे, आज वो समझ गए हैं कि कोई हेट्रेड, कोई ये हिंदू मुस्लिम, कोई धर्म और जाति के बयानों से उनका कुछ अच्छा होने वाला है नहीं. तो कांग्रेस उनके मुद्दों पर स्टिक रहेगी. हिमाचल का चुनाव हमने लोकल मुद्दों पर जीता, कर्नाटक में भी हमने लोकल मुद्दों पर ही चुनाव लड़ा और उन पर जीत दर्ज कराई, और आगे भी चाहे छत्तीसगढ़ हो, मध्य प्रदेश हो, राजस्थान हो, हम वहां के लोगों के मुद्दों को तरजीह देंगे, इम्पोर्टेंस देंगे. उन्हीं के मुद्दों पर हम आने वाले चुनाव भी लड़ेंगे.
Okay, fair enough. Short and sweet. Do we have Tanvi on the telecast? Okay, we don't. But Shivam Chhabra, coming back to you, how are you then going to envisage your campaign for Madhya Pradesh, for Rajasthan, for Chhattisgarh? Gotten to know with a bitter medicine that local issues matter, national agendas do not work, polarization issues do not work. Will you change your stance, change tack when it comes to the other three states that are going to poll, and in the hopes that you will be able to turn the tide in your favor?
See, as I said earlier also, it is the fact of the matter is the Karnataka elections are fought on the local issues and not on national issues, one. Number two, as far as the Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh are concerned, I am quite hopeful that the Bharatiya Janata Party will...
Okay, please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Rajasthan is concerned, I think it's going to be writing on the wall. The BJP is coming back to power. Madhya Pradesh, we are again going to form the government, because the kind of state the Congress party is there. I think we don't have any hopes out of the leadership out there. The other thing you were referring to is what needs to be done, and maybe the polarization. Again, I would like to mention this point. Polarization and non-polarization was all started by the Congress and not by the BJP. BJP does not try to get any kind of religion while they are fighting the elections in state. That is a fact. Now, I don't understand that.
Do you think the polarization issue that had been raised by the Congress, BJP got sucked into it and lost the sight of your goal, which was local issues, issues that matter to the people, the road, the sewage, providing shelter, providing jobs, taking care of inflation, etc., etc.?
See, this is what I'm trying to say. I mean, as Pankaj also mentioned it, we must not forget. And I think I was listening to what TS sir was saying, TS Singh Devji was saying. I think he was speaking as a more of a political analyst than a Congress leader, because he also mentioned this fact that the kind of vote share we got in the previous assembly elections, and this time it is 0.4% difference. I mean, we just have decimated only by 0.4%. So, and the more of the loss has been of the JDS, Janata Dal Secular, who's probably drastically come down 4%. So, I think as far as the relevance of the party is concerned, the popularity is concerned, we still maintain that kind of popularity in the states of Karnataka.
Surely, Shivam, your party has done worse in Karnataka. You have had a situation in assembly election that you were brought down to 44 seats. So it's not your worst performance, but are you going to sit complacent just because it was not your worst? Therefore, you're just going to wing it and say that, okay, fine, we have gotten a vote share which is quote unquote credible enough, and that's good enough for us.
So we are a 24/7 party. We don't sit just complacently. What all has happened, we will certainly ask our horses to run all the time. Every time we stand for the people of Karnataka. Yes, we do accept the mandate of the people of Karnataka. With folded hands, we say thank you, and we also wish that Congress party does, live up to the expectations the people of Karnataka have towards them. But yes, as far as Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, it is pure introspection which we need to do. We will do, and it's an ongoing process. It's nothing. Even when
is this point also going to be raised when you are introspecting, when the BJP is introspecting the number of fresh faces that you brought in, and ask the old cadre to remove themselves from the positions? This may have also been responsible for the drubbing that you faced.
No, I think the party is always dependent on the collective leadership. You must not say that if one person is probably given some other responsibility does not mean that he's out of the game. This is unfair. I mean, as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, this is the fact of the matter. So you must not demean any of the leaders for that matter. And I again say that there are n number of factors that have led to we basically going out of power in Karnataka, and it's a matter of introspection. We will certainly sit together, sort out what all has been the minuses, and work on that so that we are back in the 2024 Lok Sabha election with a thumping majority back in Karnataka. We hope to do so.
Okay. Pankaj Vora, coming back to you. You've heard it from the Congress and from the BJP. Again, taking a look at, I'm going to again come back, the reason the Congress won, of course, there were local issues that they raised. Of course, their campaigning was spectacular. DK Shivakumar, Siddharamaiah and other leaders pitched in. But maybe a percentage of it, and a significant one at that, was because the BJP was perhaps complacent, or they were trying to revive, they were trying to change the rules of the game and could not really get the desired result that they wanted.
Unfortunately for the BJP, so far as its government was concerned and the local leadership was concerned, after the removal of B.S. Yedurappa, there was nothing much to show. So, BJP suffered because of this, and the central leadership, in order to cover that, was trying to raise national issues because the local leadership was unable to face the onslaught from the Congress. And, in this, a big blame can also be put squarely on Mr. B.L. Santosh, who is the organizing secretary and the RSS interlocutor. He belongs to Karnataka also. He was, trying to impose his own thoughts and own will, and without having really a very good ground connect with the people. And he was ignoring, established leaders of the party who had been winning elections one after the other, and whose contribution to the rise of BJP in this southern state had been very, very noteworthy. And this is what the BJP has paid. And there's also a very interesting aside from whatever we are talking. There's a political superstition that whoever wins Karnataka in the last 38 years or 40 years is unable to form the government at the center.
Yeah, okay.
And if the BJP had formed, had won the 2019 elections, it was only because in 2018 BJP was unable to reach the majority mark on its own. It had stopped at 104. They came into power only after buying off MLAs from other parties, or wooing them, or succeeding in enticing MLAs from other parties. And therefore, it was not exactly, it does not fit into this particular superstition. But for the Congress, it is bad news, because if Congress has won Karnataka, if the superstition is to be believed, it cannot form the government at the center.
That's interesting piece of snippet that you share. So, Dolly, is Karnataka jinxed? A party that is winning state elections does not really have the ambit of winning the Lok Sabha elections. How do you see this?
Actually, very frankly, I would like to say that we will keep on working for the people of this country, for the people, like I said earlier, we will keep raising the issues of the people of this country, and we will keep fighting the hatred, and we will keep raising the issues of unemployment, every possible issue, which is there in the country, whether it is women's safety, whether it is any issue rising. So we will keep fighting. We will keep, as Rahul Gandhi ji said, we want to spread love. Bharat Jodo Yatra, the main aim of Bharat Jodo Yatra is to spread positivity and love towards each citizen in the country. We'll keep spreading love. We will keep fighting hatred. We will keep fighting against this divisive politics, and we'll keep spreading positivity.
But there was also a contention by the BJP, by Shivam Chabra also, that divisive politics was something that Congress did not stay away from as well. When we took up PFI and Bajrang Dal and put them in the same line and said that you are going to fight against terror outfits or hate, or outfits that spread hate or foment trouble, well, was that not divisive politics as well?
दुकान खोल रहा हूँ, मोहब्बत की दुकान खोल रहा हूँ, देश को एक करने के लिए भारत जोड़ो यात्रा कर रहा हूँ. This is what my leader said in the entire Bharat Jodo Yatra. Even today, he said the same thing. We will keep spreading love, positivity. This is what our country, is famous for in the entire world. Vibhinata mein ekta is what we quote. So we will keep fighting for the youth, we will keep fighting for the women, we will keep fighting for the issues of the people of this country, and 100% we are going to win 2024. We will keep raising the issues of the common man of this country.
Okay. Shivam, as has been the trend for the state of Karnataka and the people and the voters of Karnataka, a party that comes to power for one particular term does not stay put for the next term. What would the BJP's goal be? Are you sitting comfortably now, hoping that come 5 years that get over, it is going to be perhaps the BJP's turn to make a party, make a governance model and win the chief ministership?
See, as I said, the Bharatiya Janata Party's Karyakarta does not sit idle, does not feel very complacent, comfortable at any point of time. When we win elections, we try and work harder so that we live up to the expectations. We have been entrusted with the responsibility by the state. While we've lost, we still would try to introspect and brainstorm the reasons what made us probably come down to this number, and what we need to put the things in order so that we are back with a bang, we are back with a good number, so that we contribute max to max in the national tally, so that we form the government once again with a thumping majority at the center, make Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji once again the Prime Minister in 2024. So I think we are never comfortable and complacent. We are a 24/7 party who continuously work. And as far as rightly pointed out by Dolly ji, I think दुकान तो खोल ही दी है. मेरा तो एक ही निवेदन है, इस दुकान को अच्छा चलाएं, केवल खुशियां बांटें और अच्छे काम करें, दूसरी दुकान ना खोलें, क्योंकि आपका जो हिस्ट्री है वो कुछ इसी प्रकार का रहा है. तो इसलिए कृपया करके मैंडेट का सम्मान करें. रिस्पेक्ट द मैंडेट गिवन टू यू बाय द पीपल ऑफ कर्नाटका.
मैं आपकी बात अग्री नहीं करती हूँ. देश में हमेशा बांटने की राजनीति भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने की है.
All right, Pankaj Vora, amidst all this bonhomie that we are witnessing between the Congress and the BJP, after the Congress has won the election, there are best wishes and congratulations that are being exchanged between both the parties. Again, the big point, when the BJP comes to the drawing board, we were also discussing this behind the cameras, that how could such an astute party that has such a massive experience on the national level and at the local level, at the assembly level, at the state level, could make such a big mistake as to removing the focus, straying from their path, or removing the focus from the local issues and the local leaders?
You know, it's a wake-up call for the BJP. The BJP leadership, which includes the top leadership of Mr. Narendra Modi and Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. JP Nadda, they have to realize that, you know, you cannot win elections at the expense of local leaders, regional leaders, whose, you know, grasp over issues is much better than anybody else who can be there at the center. Number two thing is that, you know, all these leaders need to become more accessible. They should start listening to people. They should not start imposing what they think is a good decision and, then expect party workers to follow it. It boomeranged in Himachal, it has boomeranged in Karnataka. So nationally also they have to ensure that this kind of imposition of ideas of one small group of people does not take place. Politics has to be more inclusive. The people who have to implement those decisions should be stakeholders in the decision making as well. And another thing for the BJP to worry about is that in Karnataka it will, you know, the internal power play will begin and there will be lot of politics which will start in within the state leadership, and it may later spill over even at the national level, because if the leaders who are aspiring and have ambitions nationally find that, you know, the current BJP leadership is falling weak, they will also start, you know, aspiring for bigger things. And this is something which is very natural and happens. That's why those who are leading the party must ensure that if they have to stay and settle, they have to, you know, adjust accordingly.
Okay. All right. I'm going to come back to you, sir. I'm being told that Veerappa Moily, who's the former Chief Minister of Karnataka and a Congress veteran, on the telecast with me. It's good to have you on the telecast with us, Mr. Moily. First of all, congratulations for this massive win and a big drubbing for the BJP in Karnataka by Congress.
Thank you.
So what was the X factor that led to the Congress win this election with such a wide margin?
Yeah, this is mainly because of the, you know, number one, the Karnataka has been always a strong state for the Indian National Congress. And if the BJP or any other political party come to power, it is only because of the default on the part of the Congress, not because of the mandate of the people. And any time the Congress was elected, the Congress always elected with absolute majority. Whereas the BJP has never got at any point of time any clear majority. They only came, you know, because of the Operation Kamala, or, you know, the hijacking the MLAs of the other political parties. This is the, but this time, you know, again Congress repeated its own game of getting a clear majority.
Okay. There are also speculations being raised that while there was a strong campaigning that was done at the local level, hyper-local issues had been raised by the campaigners of the Congress, including D.K. Shivakumar, including Siddaramaiah, G. Parameswara and other leaders. There may have been a possibility that because the BJP strayed away from the local issues, from the local leaders, and there were national issues that were being raised, polarization issues that were being raised, that the Congress ended up winning the election. The Lingayat vote that was traditionally of the BJP ended up voting for the Congress.
No, it is not a question of shifting any community's vote to in favor of the Congress party. To be very frank with you, the philosophy, in fact, the Lingayat religion is based upon the philosophy of great saint Basaveshwara, whose principle was for the social justice and for the backward classes. And it is always the Lingayats community as such always stood by the Congress party, and it is only because sometime we give some statements and that disrupt the society. Otherwise, traditionally Lingayats have been supporting Congress. This is what I am telling you. And I became chief minister in 92 because of the because many of 90% of the MLAs at that time, in our party were Lingayats, and they supported me. That is how I became chief minister.
Okay.
And even when my rival to become chief minister was a Lingayat.
Okay, all right. So you're saying the bastion for the Lingayat is the Congress. The Lingayat community has been traditionally voting for you. There has also been an alternative Vokaliga phase that has come out in DK Shivakumar. Now, DK Shivakumar has also spoken in the media. He has thanked the Gandhis, he has thanked Sonia Gandhi who visited him during jail time. We are also getting to know that if sources are to be believed, within 30 to 40 minutes there is going to be an announcement of who the Chief Minister of Karnataka is going to be. How much truth does this piece of information or source-based information hold?
According to the tradition and legacy, the Congress doesn't nominate chief ministers, or leadership doesn't nominate chief minister. They are observers on the ACC. They come to Karnataka, they take the opinion of the MLAs, then ultimately this leader is selected because of the consensus of the MLAs. This has been the tradition. Perhaps they may adopt the same process this time also.
Okay, so who according to you is going to be the Chief Minister? Because that's the big question. Is it going to be DK Shivakumar? Is it going to be Siddaramaiah? Siddaramaiah has gone about pitching that this is his last election, this is the last time he is going to be active in active politics. Would the Chief Minister then Chief Ministership would then be given to Siddaramaiah?
All these 5 years, Congress has been united. Taking the inclusive politics, and that every community supported, and we built that kind of a bridge between all the communities together, Indian National Congress. Because we lost in 2018 because of the certain miscommunication between communities and communities. That we could cover that, and party has been well organized under both Dinesh Gundurao, thereafter our DK Shivakumar, and also with the cooperation of all the leaders, including the Siddaramaiah, Parameswar, and all other leaders. They unitedly they work. This success goes to the credit of the unity and integrity of the Congress party.
Okay, fair enough, sir. Also getting an insight from you, you have been a veteran of the Congress, and Karnataka has been your bastion, sir. What is it that makes Karnataka so unique, that people of Karnataka do not vote for the same party every consecutive term that they go to vote, whether it is in 1999 to 2004 to 2008?
That is not the, that is...
Yeah.
No, that has not been the legacy of the Congress. They, many a time, Karnataka voters and electorate, they repeatedly elected Congress party. This is the tradition. Sometimes there is a break, that is because of our own inherent problem or because of certain actions of our leaders. But this time, that all those omissions and commissions have been eliminated, and people work together, and our central leadership, like the ACC President Kharge, Rahul ji, Sonia ji, and Priyanka, they worked together. They came here, sent out the right messages, and the Congress won because of the accumulated gains of all these leaders and their approach.
Okay, I'm going to also ask you the larger question in terms of the assembly elections that are going to be taking place shortly in Chhattisgarh, in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. Does this win in Karnataka for the Congress give a morale boost to your cadres, to your party leaders?
Yeah, definitely. We have been, unfortunately winning elections and losing it for the BJP because they hijack our MLAs. It happened in case of the Maharashtra, It happened in the case of Manipur, it happened in the case of Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan also they wanted to disrupt, but they could not succeed. I think all those days of disruption by the BJP and fishing water in the troubled water by BJP will be halted henceforward, and from Karnataka the good time will arrive, and definitely in future all this disruptive politics of BJP will be put an end to.
Mr. Moily, one more question. Now, the Lok Sabha elections are in 2024. There are 28 seats up for grabs in the state of Karnataka. How is it that you are going to ensure that the BJP this time does not get a majority of the votes as has been the trend in the past?
No, it's not, the question is not clear to me.
In the last Lok Sabha elections,
Question,
right
please
from
repeat the question.
1999 up until 2014, 2019 as well, despite how BJP has performed in Karnataka, sir, it has been able to get more number of seats than the Congress or the BJP or the JDS, whether it is 2004 or 1999.
No,
so what is your strategy? What is your strategy in being able to triumph those Lok Sabha elections in Karnataka?
Yeah, it is the 2019 Congress committed a mistake of going in alliance with the JDS. They totally betrayed us. I don't think that mistake we have not repeated in this present election of the assembly. I think the same approach will be there in the 2024 Lok Sabha, where Congress is not going to commit the mistake of 2019 by aligning JDS. Congress on its own will get to the maximum seat, and this is our hope and confidence.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Veerappa Moily, for joining us on the telecast. Congratulations once again for that massive victory in Karnataka.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.